So, Studio Wildcard's co-founder, co-creative director for Ark Survival Evolved, Jesse Rapzak, seems to think that the Xbox One X is equivalent to a GTX 1070. Now, I touched up on this a couple days ago in that video I made, and I don't usually do the whole reading news articles video format. But the Xbox One X was a big deal for me, and to say that I was let down at E3 is an understatement. So we're going to get into this. Now, I'm going to be referencing an article, and I'm going to be referencing a YouTube video. I'll probably focus more on the YouTube video because I heard it come out of his own mouth. The article I'm just going to touch up on briefly. Both links will be in the description. And this is like my fourth take doing this video, and I'm not doing any more takes. So if I fuck something up, you're just going to have to deal with it. Okay, let's get into it. So this is what he said. If you think about it, this is the article now. If you think about it, it's kind of equivalent to a GTX 1070. Maybe, and the Xbox One X actually has 12 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory. It's kind of like having a pretty high-end PC, minus a lot of overhead due to the operating system on PC. So I would say it's equivalent to a 16 gigabyte 1070 PC, and that's a pretty good deal for $499. So I heard this. Well, I watched a YouTube video, then I seen the article, so I started looking at Digital Foundry. Now, in the video, he's being interviewed by Geoff Keighley. He says they've recently introduced a variable frame rate on all platforms. Now, I was looking back at the Digital Foundry videos about maybe 8 months ago, I think it was, and the frame rate was absolutely atrocious on Xbox One. We're talking about single digits. And don't worry about the stutters in the gameplay. It's shadow play acting like shit. But the frame rate was atrocious. PS4 Pro at high detail was locked at 30. Now, I don't know if that's changed, but I did see the PS4 go above 30 a couple times. But most of the time it was going below 30 or staying at 30. He says you'll notice less variation on the Xbox One and that they are targeting 60 FPS. Variable frame rate. Targeting, meaning it's not going to be a lock 60 because he says it's an online game. Depending on what you got going on, you know, the frame rate could be good or bad. And he doesn't say that. You'll have to watch the video for yourself. But variable means dips. Now, this was the interesting thing. So we're targeting 60 FPS, which we know the Xbox One isn't even going near. PS4 Pro, I don't know. You'd have to look up videos for yourself. I just looked up the one video from Digital Foundry, and it looked like it was locked at 30. He says they're targeting targeting epic settings on PC. And on consoles, they were targeting medium settings. So with the Xbox One X, they're targeting epic settings, which I assume is like very high on the PC. He says they brought over a lot of things from the PC, including high-res textures, bigger draw distances, dynamic lighting, all kinds of shit like that. Well, Geoff Keighley asked him, he said, so when concerning the PS4 Pro versus the Xbox One, the Xbox One X, which one's are they gonna run the same? And he says, I don't think it's possible. It's not really possible with the Pro. He says it's gonna be 50% better than the Pro version. This is what the guy said. He says the Xbox One X has faster processing and a lot more RAM. 50% better than the Pro. Now, Geoff Keighley says after that, okay, so 60 frames per second on Xbox One. And he goes, yeah. Like I said, a variable frame rate. So it's like, okay, you know, it's really hard to get a feel of what this guy's trying to do or what he's trying to sell. You know what I mean? It's almost kind of like he's working for Microsoft. But at the same time, I've been nothing but down on this console since the reveal, and I admit that. But hearing this actually gives me some hope. And I know I hear it already. Oh, you said you weren't going to buy the console, kid. Will you allow me to breathe, people? Huh? Can I live? Can I maybe restore some faith into this system before it's even out? Bottom line is, if this is true, maybe, just maybe, it's more up to the developers than we thought. But at the same time, hearing this, I have to go back to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. A known ugly game. Why is that 30 FPS? Why? Why? That does not make sense. If this is so easy to develop for, the Jesse Rapzak guy said that too, how extreme, good God, you see these dips? It's Shadowplay, I promise. How easy it is to develop for. If that's the case, why can't they get above 30 on PlayerUnknown's Battleground? Who knows, maybe they will. You know what I mean? We got months to go. I don't even know when the game's coming out. Forza, I watched some videos of Forza from Digital Foundry, the 9-minute gameplay running at 60 FPS, 4K native. And yes, while a 1050 Ti is the recommended settings on PC, which is a $100 graphics card, not exactly impressive, the gameplay did look real nice. It did look real nice. So it's up in the air at this point, man. I just don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? I don't know what to believe. Phil Spencer said he listened to the community. You wanted choice. You said you wanted choice. Yes, choice. Where's the choice? So the choice is going to be 900p 30 FPS on the Xbox One or 4K 30 FPS on the Xbox One X. Is that the choice you were talking about? Because when you said choice, I thought you meant more along the lines of PC standards type of choice. You know what I mean? Being able to pick performance options and shit like that. But then again, we're gonna have to go back to it's up to the developer. So who knows? I'm so torn on this whole thing. I don't even know what to believe anymore. But if what the Ark survival guy says is true, this is something that we can have a little bit of hope for concerning this new console. You know what I mean? Who knows? You guys tell me what you think. Again, the article and the YouTube video will be linked in the description. It's a real short interview. Don't even bother with the article. Just watch a YouTube video. Real short interview, 6 minutes. And, yeah, that's all I got for you. I'll holler at you later.